show you guys creepy stuff in my backyard. Yeah, some weird things have been happening. We're gonna start off with this tree. It's not really giant, it's just a tree, but it's pretty big. Okay, so there used to be an old car here, and it was here for years, maybe like 10 years. Very old. Somebody actually died in it. A dog, an old person. Yeah. So, let's go through some weird things that happened. So, we found a mole hole right here, and like all the babies in there were slaughtered. Like, no joke, they were mutilated. That was kind of weird. I think that might have been an act of nature, but I mean, it's still pretty weird. And then by this tree, there was a branch up here before, and I don't know where it was, but there was a branch here. Remember it a few years ago, and it had some kind of weird carving in it from like it was satanic. I don't know how to say it, but it's like from Satan, I guess. And it was some weird language. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna start heading over here. I think I just stepped in the anthill. Oh, I just got bit by something. Okay. So, over here. Hasn't been mowed in a while because it was just winter. Where else? I can't think of it. Oh, yeah, over here. It's a spider web. Don't want to get into that. Okay, so in here we made a little thing for our rabbits, like a little shelter here, because we were tired of them inside, right? And so we made it so that they couldn't get out, right? And then one day we came, and they were in a cage, right? So one day we came back, and the cage was completely open, and all the rabbits were out. And one of the rabbits was sitting over there, and it was paralyzed completely, and it had just died a few days ago. Yeah, it was seriously open because nobody was back here in that time when it opened. And like our neighborhood doesn't have any people in it. It's just old people. So if somebody like came back here and did it, I mean, it would be people from another neighborhood, because I mean, there's no children except for us in this neighborhood. They're just like really old people. Okay, so over here, now in there we found a human finger. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some things were buried back there, like dogs and things. I don't know if it was human or not, but it had skin on it. Maybe it was from an animal that just didn't have any fur on it. Not sure. But it was some kind of finger. Yeah. Okay. So, over here, there's a ton of branches, because we just had a hurricane a few months back, and we hadn't really had time to clean it up. So, here we buried few of our rabbits, dogs, cats that died, and some weird things have been happening over here. Like, once in a while, like when nothing was here, there would be like things, like unexplained noises, like growling and stuff, and it was coming like right from there. Yeah, from the dogs that were buried, I think. I don't know if you guys just heard that. It sounded really weird, but it was like a banging noise on the tree that came from right there. And I was just looking at it when it happened, and there was nothing there. Yeah, okay. So we have one more thing. I think we have one more. So back here, pretty weird. So this was a grave site of one of our very old labs that had died a few years ago. And so it was very special to us, so we gave it its own grave instead of just, well, they have their own grave over there, but I mean, like, it's not so compact. So it was between her favorite shady spot where she used to lay and just be cool in the summer when we were out here playing. And so few months ago, the ground started to lift up where she was buried, and then so we came back. We thought that was weird, so we just patted it down, and then later on we came back and like the grave was open and completely empty. Like our dog was not in there and the grave was open, and it was just creepy because I mean, like, who would want to dig up a dog and like keep it? I mean, like, seriously, you want to dig up a dog? Who wants to dig up a decaying dead dog that died years ago and is probably already like bones? I mean, like, really, who would want to do that? So we covered it up and just set that angel there in memory of her. Yeah. So that will do it for us today. Yeah. It's pretty weird things going on here. I'll keep you informed.